So here we are, we're going to saddle this mare, and I think I've already had the saddle on her a couple of times prior to the start of recording, but anyway, same rules apply. Got to put the saddle on and off a couple of times to encourage the horse to stand still while you do that. Girth comes down slowly. Don't want to do anything sudden, obviously. Just slow, fluid movements. So know your gear at this point as you're putting it on. Reach in with the right hand. Puts you in the right position to not have your head kicked off. I think I wanted to make sure that was all recorded actually, because you already missed a part. Anyway, there we go. It's snowing. Not the best of conditions to do this in. I don't know if you can see the snow, but it is actually snowing while we were doing this. Freezing. I think that's why I decided I wasn't going to actually ride at this go around. I think I just got laid up across her. You know, when it's cold, the horses are a little bit more, I don't know, sensitive. So you want to beware of cold and wind. But at the same time, you know, one day you're going to have to play in the cold and the wind, so the horse has got to go in the cold and the wind just the same as any other time. Alright, so a little bit of steering. This is nice with these little horses, you can do this. This is just a pony, 14-2. And all I'm doing here is, well, I'm coiling up my rope right there. And then I have the rope in my outside hand, rather my inside hand, and the stick acts as a sort of leg. And you can use it all over. The thing is, just don't actually hit the horse with the stick, just tap. Okay, and then I've got her. Now I can steer her either to me by pulling on the rope, and that's a halt, such as it was, or I can push her away from me by pushing the bundle of rope into her neck. So pull the basal towards you. You have to do this on both sides, obviously. You have to walk on both sides. Get the horse used to steering with that basal. Alright. Now it's alright to tap them there. At the end of the day, you must touch the stick and your hands and everything, well, not everything, stick and hands all over the horse's body, so that it doesn't mind you doing stuff like this. Being able to do things like this on the ground are going to enable you later when you get up on board. If the horse decides to flee for some reason, you've got control, you've already taught it, and you know what to expect if you pull, and it knows what to do if you pull. So that's what we're doing here. And I'm doing it as gently as I can, because trust me, when you get on, usually you're going to have to pull a little bit harder. So if you can convince them on the ground that a gentle pull should put their head and they should then follow their nose, then you've got that done. Teaching them to follow their nose is a hard part of the whole deal, getting them straight. So here, I mean, technically speaking, not even straight. The horse is, I try and keep her bent to one side. Here we go for a halt. What I do with the halt is I say whoa 3 times, and on the 3rd time I give inputs into the basal. Praise when she stands still. So it'd be whoa, 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 inputs on the basal. And generally they'll throw their hindquarters out or something, and you've got to take care of that. They can't be halting that way in the end. But for now, getting the horse to stand still as a result of having said whoa and then put it on the basal, that's good. That'll do, as they say. And she's doing this nicely. Rub her on the neck. Yeah. That's to try and get her to go away, you see. Trying to get her to push her head on the other side. I can pull because I've got the reins, I can pull as well, but if you get both the sensations at the same time, helps you to hold the horse straight. Going for a halt. And you can see there the 3 woes. I'd love to play that again actually, but I don't have the technology for it. So now I'm going to get what I call laid up across the back of the horse, which is exactly what it sounds like, and it's just the precursor to riding. There's no harm in doing a bit of this. Both sides, pretend you're putting weight in the stirrups just by leaning on them with your hands. Give them a good pull, make sure the saddle moves. Alright, gather everything up and put your foot in. Now you already did this with your hand, so there's no reason the horse should move. Get laid up across the back and just hang there. I drop my foot out of the stirrup so that if the horse should jump away, you know, I can just pop down back onto the ground again. Now you've got to be careful dropping that stirrup, because if you hit him, uh-oh, not good. She's moving and I'm up across there, but oh, off she goes. So pull her around. She's like a fish on those stirrups banging her. That's good. Keep her out of your space. Alright, she's happy now. She just had to sound off against those stirrups. Alright. It's very difficult without a round pen. If you've got a round pen, that stirrup kind of problem, you don't have to be holding on to them. So, you know, you can just shoe the horse round the round pen when it jumps up and down because of stirrups. But actually, I should have stopped her when she started walking, because she wasn't supposed to be walking with me just laying across. She's supposed to be standing still. Alright, so we kind of just start again a little bit. Reminder, and I've run the stirrups up. Well, I have to get laid up across her again because I can't have her moving. So I have to be successful once, which I was. But then I went for the second go, and off she went. But you know, it does require more than one go to get. You got to get on and off a few times. Then they really take it on board. If you just do it once, you can't really expect the horse to be totally good after that. So that's with the stirrups dangling, just to prove to her that it's okay. Now when I get on, I'll have my feet in the stirrups and they won't be banging her, so if anything, it's even easier. Just got to deal with the weight, but it's a lot easier for the horse to have the rider on and not have stirrups banging in its shoulders. Alright. Looks like we're prepping to get everything gathered up. She moved a bit, but that's just to take my weight, so I'll let that happen. You can see she's pretty square. But I go back to her and say, well done for standing still. Okay, now she shouldn't move at all. Touching all over, bouncing. She doesn't mind the bouncing. Want success this time. Up you go, drop the stirrup. Oh, padding on the other side. She's standing well. Something's distracted her. Down you go. Alright, that was success. That was a good one. So let's end on that note, I think.